Friends, and welcome to another video lesson from Video Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. We are in the playlist called Excel Formulas, and here we'll be learning how to concatenate in Excel. Concatenation is the process of joining strings together or a bunch of characters together. You string them together and you will see how it is. This is with the use of Excel formulas. As you know, in Excel, when we create a formula, we will start it with entering an equal sign in the cell or in the field, okay? So for instance, in this case, we wanted to concatenate or join together the value of a given name and the surname, and we'll put it in this column over here called name, okay? So as mentioned, we will begin a formula by entering an equal sign. And then the keyword is a function called concatenate, but in recent Excel versions, it has been shortened to just concat. Okay, that's better. So there's the function, and then there's your parenthesis, and then you will specify the string or the cell address that you wanted, the cell addresses that you want to string together, that you want to concatenate or join together. Okay, so in this case, equals concat, and then inside the parentheses are the values or the cell addresses that you want to join together. Okay, so I will click on maybe this one, and then I will enter a comma, and then I will click on a second cell that I want to join together with the first one. So this is C2. Okay, and that will be good enough. And I'll close it with a parenthesis and then enter. Okay, so you can see that it has done what it's supposed to do, except for a little thing over there. So if you see, it joined the value of the given name, which is 1, to the surname called Cruz, and then they put it together in this field as a single string, which was concatenated. But there you see a little bit of a problem here where there's supposed to be a space between the given name, the first name, and the surname, right? So to do that, to resolve this, you would come back to the formula that you have, okay? And then you could add another, maybe a space, okay? So a space is also a string. So you create a space string. A string is enclosed in double quote. So you would create a double quote, space, double quote. That's your space string. And then, or your space, and then your comma. So you're saying you wanted to join the cell value of cell address B2, and then join it with a space, and then join it with the cell value of C2. Okay, let's see what it is. Okay, so now it's better. It concatenated the value of the given name and the surname, and on top of that, it added, it inserted a space in between the two of them. Okay. Now, if you wanted to propagate this value to the rest of the fields, and you want Excel to follow the same kind of logic which is concatenating this, joining this to this, and then joining this to this, then you can just at the corner of your cell, you can point at it, and then you will see this black cross. You can just double click on that. Okay. Okay, so if you look at all the others, then they will have a similar kind of formula. So ours, again, the function being used is concat, which is short for concatenate. Earlier versions of Excel used a function called concatenate. You will still see it. It's available. It's only for the purpose of backward compatibility. But for if you're looking forward, then better use the concat, which is the current one, or the new version, or I mean the new way of calling that function. Okay, that's concatenate, but you will write it as concat. Again, the syntax is parenthesis, and then you will just put inside the parenthesis whatever values of string or even a number and or cell address that you want to join. Okay, so here we have seen concatenating a string and a string. Okay, string is like a batch of characters. The second example you'll be looking at is we will be concatenating this string value. Actually, we'll concatenate this with a number or numeric value, okay? In fact, if you look at the column D, it's no longer a purely string value. It is a result of a formula which we have just created, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a sentence. So it'll be dynamic and it will leverage on the values of this column here and this column, and we'll come up with a sentence, okay? Using, again, the function called concat, which is this concatenate. Okay, so to start, we could again enter the an equal sign, okay, parenthesis, and then I want to make a sentence based on the some static text as well as values of certain cell addresses, which I pointed out earlier. Okay, so I will say, I want to say this guy, so I will click on that, and then comma, I will say sold, and then comma, and then I will click on this. Okay, it's a number, comma, and then I will say units. Okay, presto. So we've got it. You can see the sentence has been built, has been concatenated or string together. So we have this sentence, one cruise sold 17 units. The sentence is perfect, okay? So it's utilizing the values of columns D and E. Again, the formula, if you point at this cell, it will show you the formula bar. Let's look at it now. It begins with an equal sign, which is formulas, and then you have the concat function, and then followed by a pair of parentheses, and then you have D2, which is the address of this, the name, and then followed by, no, not that one, D2 followed by the string consisting of the word sold with leading and trailing spaces in it, right? So that it will look good. And then comma. Then the next thing we want to add is the cell value of cell address E2, which is the number of units sold right here. And then comma, followed by a string value called units with leading space, okay? And it ends with a full stop or period. So that completes the sentence, okay? So again, if you want to apply that to the rest, okay, let's just do this, right? So we've learned how to use the concat function here. In the first example, we used it to concatenate or join together two string values. String is just a bunch of characters. So we've joined the given name and the surname in this, okay? Concat, what you do is just simple actually, equals concat, parentheses, and then whatever cell addresses or values that you want to join together, then you put them there, comma, separated, that's it. If it's a hard-coded value, string, even a space character, or a phrase which contains any kind of character at all, then you should enclose them in a pair of double quotes. In this case over here in column G, we created a sentence utilizing the values of columns D and E. So that's why when you point at any of the cells in here in column G, you will see the formula is that it is stringing together, concatenating the values of cell D2, which is the name, which is in itself is a formula, followed by the word sold, and then the cell address E2, and then units. Okay, so there you have it. You've learned in this short video how to concatenate or join together strings, including numbers, in Excel using an Excel formula. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe, and I will be seeing you in the next video.